Scat. Part 4, Dune, Frank Herbert. Having read it a bunch of times, probably read this book about 6 times in my life. Really like it. You probably hate it. Dune. Awesome book. I like the whole setup in Dune. I think any boy or girl, especially a boy around like 12, 13, would really like the book. Hopefully, if you have a 12, 13-year-old and haven't read Dune, hopefully they can read. Great Christmas gift. So the last section 4 is actually about leadership issues that come up in Dune, because that's actually kind of a manual for that, and also strategic issues on the bigger scale than the one-on-one survival that was covered in part 3. It is easy to be terrified. It is easy to be terrified by an enemy you admire. Think on that. And grit down. Don't make enemies. Be admired. Never obliterate a man unthinkingly, the way an entire faith might do it through some due process of law. Always do it for an overriding purpose. Know your purpose. Mr. Bear. Mr. Bear interlude. Mr. Bear. Say hi. Say hi. Spielberg has these issues. Not Dune. Bear, don't do that. Not Dune. Rufus Cat. Never trust a man who doesn't have a dog. Alright. Never obliterate a man unthinkingly, the way an entire faith might do it through some due purpose of law. Always do it for an overriding purpose, and know your purpose. And I think that's good. I think it's a huge thing to kill, and you shouldn't do it unless you really, really need to, and you should know why you're doing it. And it shouldn't be to make yourself feel better. It should be to have some ethical, moral, potential good for society and yourself in the future. The test of a man isn't what you think he'll do. It's what he actually does. People online give you good advice for prepping, subscribe them. People online give you good advice for prepping and tell you to buy junk, unsubscribe them. Lots of people giving you good advice online. Children. As I said before, I'll say it again, once a child can walk for 4 or 5 hours carrying 2 or 3 pints of water, child is over in SHTF for a long time. Where is Alia? She asked. Out doing what any good Freeman child should be doing in such times, Paul said. She's killing enemy wounded. Everyone fights in SHTF. Who asks for justice? We make our own justice. This is true. Think about this. Grief is the price of victory. Whatever firefight you intend to have in SHTF, how many rounds of ammunition you have, or body armour, if you get involved in fights, if you get involved in wars, mini wars, local battles, you'll win. And often, that price of that victory will be awful grief for some or all of your party for a long time. Think on that. Humans live best when each has his own place, when each knows where he belongs in the scheme of things. Destroy the place, destroy the person. Out of context, but an out of context response to that, yeah, totally. I foresee suburban city areas, if unviable to live, the people removed from those areas forcibly or by their own refugeeing, I think they're going to really have a hard time figuring out their own place and swimming in strange water. Really have a hard time. So one of your things, if you live in those areas, is to prep yourself so rural wilderness is comfortable as it can be. We will never forgive, and we will never forget. Bear that in mind if you stand on somebody just because you've got a big gun and there's a bunch of them, and they don't, and you think they're a liberal. Treat people with respect. Make sure they treat you with respect. They'd never known anything but victory, which Paul realised could be a weakness in itself. He put that thought aside for later consideration in his own training program. Yeah, if your country has only ever won battles and has never been invaded, never been conquered, you probably think it never will. And you are completely wrong. Think about it. So I honour and respect the personal dignity of any man who respects my dignity. Humans live, they lost the initiative, which means they lost the war. So that's again something in SHF you can use. Be thinking, be planning, do things. If you're going to engage a person, engage them on your terms when you want to. Have a retreat, exit strategy that's flexible. Go in, go out, do what you need to do. You pick, you do it as far as you can. Retreat until you can do that. Don't battle anybody unless you need to battle them, and only battle them then when you have the initiative, and keep it. Don't lose it. That's the focus. That's how you win. All men beneath your position covet your station. Yeah, those leaders of the mag groups, you're going to have people like me. Well, you want people like me because you let me in your group because I'm a vegan liberal. But watch your backs. Don't sit with your back to the door. And if the coffee stops arriving, think of moving on before you moved on. This I like. This is very much a British Army saying. Once you've given orders on a subject, you must always give orders on that subject. Delegation is absolutely what you need to be doing here. People should know their own plans. Like I say, with bug out, bug back, get home. My family know where to go. They know when to go. And they know that they're on their own to get there. I'm not going to troll around in SHTF if I happen to be at home trying to get people to get back home to safety. If you have very young children, you have to do that. I get that. If you have older children, 8, 9, 10, chances are, if you've put some effort into it and you've not got a special needs child and you've actually trained the child to be a functional person, the child can get back on their own just fine. Trust the process, have the rules, have it figured out, make the rules flexible. That's it. Hope you enjoyed this. Read Dune if you never read it. It's a great book. Long film versions online. None of them do the book as well as it should be. And I actually like the Sting version, but a lot of people hate it, so I don't recommend it. Read the book. Read the book. Good for you. Text. Imagination. Good for you. Au revoir.